Welcome to your Cochrane Right Now. This is a weekly podcast all about the best, snowiest town in the world, Cochrane, Alberta. And Lauren, oh my goodness, like it is snowing hard. We are paying for that beautiful October we had. They're like, ha, you want sunshine? Here's snow.
I know. Well, that's the thing. We lucked out, though. Halloween was perfect. The snow held off, and then the day after Halloween, then it all started to fall down. I got to say, though, I got a new vehicle in the summertime. So, well, to be fair, I hadn't had a new vehicle in over 10 years. So I finally got a new vehicle, and it was my first taste of driving it in the snow this morning.
How'd it do?
So, not bad. I skidded out a few times because I had to test it. There's nobody on the road at 4 something in the morning.
So you're just blasting donuts in the middle of the one, eh?
Kind of a little bit, but it skidded a few times.
Yeah.
But it's gonna work. It'll be good.
And now you've been here, like this is pretty much the end of your day. So you've been here for like 8+ hours. You don't have a snow brush.
No, as soon as I pulled up to the station, because I park in a nice warm garage at home, I pulled up here and I was like, I saw all the snow falling and I was like, oh, I don't have a snow brush. So instantly I texted my husband and I was like, I don't have a snow brush. I knew he wasn't going to read the text for another 3 hours because he's still sleeping. But I don't have a snow brush.
And you usually wear pretty fuzzy jackets. Your jackets aren't usually shelled. So can you do the arm sweep off, or are you just gonna do the circle like the wipers? How are you gonna get home?
I know. Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know.
I was secretly hoping that somebody would just magically brush my car off.
Elves,
yeah, the
right?
elves would just brush it off for me. I'm kind of dreading it. No, I'm probably going to just use my windshield wipers and hope for the best.
So if you were coming home from Calgary right now, it is snowing and the roads are covered, would you do the big hill and just risk it and see what's on there? Or do you do the Glen Eagles route?
Oh, no. I've said this before, growing up in Saskatchewan, crappy roads.
No fear.
Yeah, I will drive really through anything. I know how to drive to the conditions, so I just slow down, right?
But
that's what
sometimes
you
it
do.
doesn't matter your driving ability. That big hill, it can be nasty.
I know,
so
but
everybody else on the road.
It's true. That's what makes me more nervous is the other drivers. But no, I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm heading out on the highway, I do check road conditions and whatnot. I listen to traffic reports on the radio and I check the traffic cam on CochraneNow.com. But yeah, no, it doesn't really faze me. No. I'll still head out.
Big wuss.
Really?
I do not like these roads. I do not like my wife driving on them, my kids being in the vehicle. No.
Really?
If it was up to me, we just wouldn't go anywhere for the next 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
You're
scary
a city boy
out there. It's scary. It's slippery.
Wow.
What if
so would you prefer
happens?
to put on your snowshoes and just go trek out there?
If I could walk? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be nice, right? Or if the scooters were still around, just put a little sled on them and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm taking the scenic route through Glen Eagles 9 times out of 10.
Wow. Yeah. That's interesting. Wow. That would not be worth the effort for me. No.
It's not worth saving.
Maybe you need to get a truck. You need to be a true Albertan and get yourself a truck, and then you wouldn't be so scared.
Yeah, no, my 1992 station wagon does just fine, thank you. But some of the snow actually has a benefit. I was seeing Banff Sunshine's opening this week.
Yeah.
And other ski hills. So I know there's a ton of people who actually use the mountains in this town, and I know they are just jacked.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a benefit. And I think that all the kids are going to be pumped because they have something to do. They can go sledding here in town and all the fun stuff.
Do you have a secret spot of sledding outside of the Bow Ridge Hill or the Smitty's Hill is what I call it, but near the skateboard
Even though
park?
Smitty's isn't there anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think the Bow Ridge Hill is still the most popular spot. There's a little hill in my neighborhood near the park that we go to, but actually the town planted a tree right at the bottom of the hill last year.
No.
Yeah, I know. So actually that kind of put a damper on that spot.
No kidding.
I know all of the kids, you have to dodge the tree now, but so it's not quite the same. But no, the Bow Ridge one's probably the best in town.
You gotta think. There's that one that we raced bikes up in the East End.
Right.
You can, like the Blacktop Hill. I
Right.
grew up right near that park, and it's scary. I feel like I almost broke my back once or twice because kids build jumps at the bottom. But there's lots of options, especially with this heavy snow, because like it's pushing down all the plants and stuff.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
There's
good to know.
benefits out there.
Yeah.
There's
No,
benefits.
that's the thing. I mean, something to do when the kids get off school today, right?
Yeah, exactly. And with all this snow, we're thinking about these winter activities, and probably outside of light up, this is one of the biggest one. Kimmett Cup is coming back in full force, and 2023, January, February, one of those two.
February, yeah.
And for some reason, you come in that morning and you're like, "Hey, everyone, I hope you have a pair of skates because Cochrane now should compete
Well,
in this hockey challenge." Now, there's two things Lauren's scared of apparently, and it is hockey sticks and hockey pucks.
and there's one thing that you're scared of is skating.
Skating. So we're just like the top tier team to possibly ever compete in the Kimmett
Minor
Cup.
detail. Minor detail.
I don't think you're allowed to compete if you cannot play.
The thing is, it doesn't necessarily have to be employees of Cochrane now. So we actually chatted amongst ourselves,
Yeah.
and we've determined that my 9-year-old and then one of our coworkers, Jenny,
Yeah.
her 9-year-old daughter who plays ringette.
Yeah.
They're going to be the main players.
Yeah.
And then maybe Noel.
Nice.
Noel played hockey like 50 years ago.
That's great for him.
So Noel could be
Yeah.
on the team, and we're just going to cheer them all on.
Perfect.
So we're good.
We're good. But yeah, they are doing early bird right now. So if you do have a team who can actually skate,
Yeah.
unlike us, it'd really go a long way. And it's just such a cool event. The last couple of years, like everything has been a little bit different. But seeing that it's coming back in full force, like you got to imagine, as long as the weather isn't minus 40, like Mitford's going to be bumping.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And they've done this in every sort of weather.
my
I think the
gosh.
last time it was a full-scale event, like in 2019,
Yeah.
it was so warm that it was starting to be like puddly on the top of Mitford Pond. That would make me a little bit nervous. I'm
Yeah.
always scared about skating on ponds. So like once you get to those warmer temperatures,
Can drive on any road condition, but whoa, don't skate, kids.
well, wouldn't it make you nervous skating on a pond that the ice could break through?
Oh, I can swim. It's fine.
Jeez. But no, I think it's important that we be part of this.
Yeah.
We're the radio station. We need to be part of one of the biggest events in the
That's
community.
true.
It's an important cause. And no, it's something that I think we have time to train. We did the outhouse races, as you mentioned.
Yep.
And we did well. We just lost barely to the RCMP.
I only fell once.
Exactly. What could go wrong with the Kimmett Cup?
With skates and I can skate fine. It's the stopping part. Like that's really tricky to turn, right? Like,
How are you with shooting a puck?
wow, I don't wanna. I've seen like the Mighty Ducks lots. I'm sure it can't be that hard, right? Like the knuckle puck, like tonk.
Then yeah, we're good.
We're good.
We
Watch
are
out.
good. I have my own stick.
There, look
Yeah,
at
I was given one for Christmas a couple years ago. So we're good. I'm scared if if a puck's coming after me. I don't want to get hit. I know that's why I don't play ball or anything because I'm so scared of getting hit by something.
Okay. So
I don't want to get hurt.
I wonder if teams get to pick who they're up against, because then we might be picked first by everyone being like, oh, they don't know how to play the game. Like maybe you could be a net.
Yeah, that would be great.
But that's coming up later. And of course, it's like Christmas now in town, but Halloween was on Monday. And it was just so cool seeing it back to normal. And we gave away 91.5 pounds of candy to one kid.
How do you think that kid's feeling right now?
Probably not great. My kids, like, they got a haul and a half, like probably around 10 pounds, I'd say.
Yeah.
91 and a half. He didn't show up to the station. He was still in class, but his grandma did and said he plays like high tier hockey. So he's going to share with his hockey team. He's going to trick or treat with it. And of course, donate a little bit. Yeah, I'm
Donate
sure the
some
9-year-old's
candy.
going to be donating candy.
I would have loved to see his reaction. Like he was at school, he had no idea he won, and he would have walked home from school or taken the bus or whatever, walked in the door, and then there's 91 and a half pounds of candy waiting for him. Like, could you imagine being, I think he's like 10 or so. Like, could you imagine being a 10-year-old kid and then it's just waiting for you? 91. Like, there's probably nothing better. Like, what could top that?
Now, the one thing with this contest was going into Halloween, there was no candy in Cochrane. Like, I went to 4 different stores because I procrastinated. And so we posted, hey, we're giving this away today. And everybody thought we were the reason there was no candy in Cochrane. Like, we went out that day and we're like, ha, 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 4 boxes here. We had that candy for like a month.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
let's just clear it up. We're not the Grinch that stole Halloween.
No. The candy was here long before the candy shortage. Ernie from Save On Foods, he had us well stocked a long time before. And might I say, we are super, we should be really proud of ourselves here because no one even tried to snivel at all.
No, I know.
Like nobody opened up those boxes.
I know. And
not one person.
When I was procrastinating and trying to find candy, a couple of people said, just snag a box. The kid's not going to know it. The kid would know.
Oh, yeah.
If it was 87 pounds of candy, not 91 and a half.
Oh, if I was the winner, I 100% would have weighed it all.
Yeah.
Add it all up.
Exactly, right? So it's been a ton of fun. And it's kind of empty in here now. With no
I
candy.
know.
Yeah.
Actually, it kind of feels like a little more echoey in the radio
91
station.
and a half pounds of candy canes.
But that's not going to amount to as much, though. Like, it's not going to look like as much.
You don't think so? Candy canes aren't heavy. That'd be a lot of candy canes. No. Poo in my.
Well, we'll see. You need to work on it. You need to convince me. We'll see.
That's everything happening in Cochrane right now. You can grab this on all your favorite podcast services. Until next week, I'll talk to you again.
Yes.